Hello everybody, hope you're all doing fine. You are at Cover Point with me, Kabir sir. Today I'm going to discuss how to prepare English project work file for class 11. You're all students of class 11, you might be wondering how to make a project work. Now for making the project file, please watch my last video. In that video I've talked about the methodology, the technical aspect like number of pages, the cover page, introduction, main project work, and then conclusion, acknowledgement, certificate. I've dealt with all these things in the last video. I'm giving the link in the description, so don't worry about it, how to find it. You can go to the description and click on the link. Well, in this video, I'm going to talk about the project topics and how to prepare your project on a given topic. So let us move on to our first topic, and that is dramatization of a story. You have read Leela's Friend, you have read Karma, you have read Jimmy Valentine. You can dramatize any of the stories you want. First, I'll talk about Leela's Friend, and before that, I'm going to talk about some technical aspects like you need to have stage direction for your drama, you know, you need to have scene divisions, and and then you have to capture the mood of the characters. Now, in scene one, we have seen conversation. We have read the conversation between Mr. Sivasankar and Sita. You can capture it. I mean, you can put their dialogue in dramatization form. And then in scene two, we have Leela and Sita. They are talking while playing. They're talking about the moon, etc. So you can dramatize that scene also. And then in scene three, we have the conversation between Leela and Sita, where Leela is trying to teach Sita, and poor Sita cannot be taught. Anyway, now while writing these scenes, or while dramatizing your story scene by scene, you have to remember one thing, and that is very important. You have to actually capture the mood of the characters. You have to capture the emotion. Are they sad? Are they happy? Are they not so happy? Are they indifferent? You have to capture those moods. And once you have done that, you can prepare your project on dramatization of a story very successfully and very impressively. Now let's move on to our next topic for discussion, and that is extension of a short story. You have read Karma. Do you remember where it ended? Mr. Mohanlal, Sir Mohanlal, is actually uh, feeling very insulted. Remember, he's been thrown out of his first class compartment. He's feeling so much insulted that he feels his face being glued to the earth. Now, what does Mohanlal do after that? You have to write it. You have to imagine what Mohanlal does after that. How does he spend the night? And how does he change for good? Because he loves Englishmen so much, and those Englishmen whom he loves so much insulted him. So you have to deal with those things. And then you can also extend Lila's friend as well. You remember where it ended? Uh, it ends with Lila's parents talking about Cedar, that they can't employ Cedar. Now, will Cedar ever get to meet Lila, or will ever Lila get to meet Cedar? I mean, you have to capture all those things. You have to just imagine what will happen after that, and you write your story. Now let's move on to our next topic for discussion, and that is writing an autobiography. I think this topic is easiest of the law because it's very easy, and you have already practiced, these things at your secondary level. You can write an autobiography of a tree, of a coin, of a river. Even you can write about yourself. You can write your own biography. You're also free to do that. You can write an autobiography of anything, that captures your imagination. Well, remember, to do all these project works, you need to attach pictures based on your project. Wondering whether you have got pictures or not, whether you can collect them or not? Don't worry, you can draw them. You can draw them. Don't worry about this, but of course, you must have pictures. So that was all in today's video. If you have liked it, you must subscribe to my channel as I told you before, and don't forget to share it with your friends.